Alright, so I just got the doors. And we're gonna unbox this. This features the original mono mixes of Gone Through to the Other Side, made by Federer and 20th Century Fox. Didn't drop that in time. But here's the actual record itself. This is actually out of the box. I don't even know what this is. It's a retro record, but I don't really see the point of this, actually. Yeah. I don't know what the point of this is. I think this is from the single that Retro has put out recently. I noticed because I was looking on Discord specifically for my fire, and and it has this, but the center of it is cut so that I hate my fucking fingernail. And the center of it is a cut so that you can actually see I have to get the record out, or I'll actually have to get to one of the singles so I can better represent this. But I have to get the David Bowie one because that actually has the larger hole, not the Queen's Face of the Alone. But this is. Okay, it would actually have the cut out so that you can actually see this part right here. And I believe a little bit of the run out too, but I think the Electra singles are cut right here. So now I actually have to put the David Bowie single back in. I got this a few months, I think a few weeks ago. Before I went on that, I believe I got that, but before that trip to Iowa. So I have that, so you can't actually see the run out. You can only see this part. But if I actually had the doors at my fire, I could better show you that. But I don't actually see what the point of this is. I get it's an Electra, but there's no point of that. If I get out, if I get Meet the Beatles. Here it is. I got that a year ago, I think. And that is actually. This is actually what it's for. It's just an advertisement, really. But I don't see the point of it on the Doors one. I really don't. But if someone can explain that to me in the comments below, what is this for? But it's not the same as the Capped one. On the one that I have for Meet the Beatles. I hate this fucking fingernail. God, it's actually broken because I was actually moving books. Yes, I believe yesterday, and it actually broke right there. And I actually had a Band-Aid on it earlier today, But cause like it was actually starting to wear, and I come off. I had to actually just take it off entirely. So I'll have to actually put this away, which I will have to actually put the camera down for. But like, this is where I believe this is where the record would go. Like if this was an original pressing of Meet the Beatles, which I actually have an original pressing of Beatles 65 and the early Beatles. It's like one's in stereo, one's in mono. So like, here you go. Like, this one actually did not come with one. Like one of these. These whatever you call them. Like, please explain. Because like, this is a Capitol 66. This is a 1966 pressing of the early Beatles, and in mono. Because on the back it also says it's also available in stereo. And it actually does not have like the other advertisements for like Rubber Soul, Help, Beatles 6, Yesterday and Today. All those, like maybe because like that one came out in March '65. Maybe because like this one actually came out earlier than the others. Like there's like Rubber Soul, Help, Yesterday and Today, Beatles 6. It's and since this is a mono one, it actually has T like, and not STC and not ST. Yeah, so it's like if this was a stereo pressing, if I actually have that, and that's why I also have Beatles 65 out. Just like, yes, this is a stereo pressing of Beatles 65. And it actually has a T like in front of this, and it actually has an S in front of the T. I'm so confused about this. Sometimes I'm backwards on like which one is which. Sometimes I think that ST is mono and T is stereo, and is that I'm actually backwards on that, and T is mono, ST is for stereo. No. Maybe I'll actually have to do like a video like mono versus stereo to stop me being like so confused. I'll have to put like all of this back. So I'll have to pause the recording here. And see you in a minute, people. And I'm back. So I just got the record out. After I put the other thing away, and I got the record out. It says this is in mono. Despite the fact that it says it includes the original mono mix of Bird Hunt for the Other Side, Light My Fire, and I believe one other, and I believe it is the end, but I don't know. Light My Fire is the longer one on this side. So that's just the entirety of the Doors' debut album. It's just 11 songs. Like just 6 on one side 1 and 5 on side 2. I don't get it really. Like there's just 6 songs on the side 1 and 5 songs on side 2. And the end is the longer one on side 2, and I actually have like Queen 2, which I'll actually get out for you, and that also has 11, and like I also get out for you at Queen 1, another 11 tracks album I have. Like, I also noticed that on Beatles 65 and That's the other one, the early Beatles, and and the other one, and which, Magical Mystery Tour, and which I'll also get out for you, News of the World. Which, News of the World is actually the first record I ever got. So here you go. And one thing about this, that whenever I got to Spread Your Wings, when these things over, there's this really good sound. I don't know how to describe it, really. And it just says like on repeat over. It just says repeat over. I don't know, is that like a defect with this one? Can someone explain to me, like, what's going on with this? Does with this, on my pressing of Spread Your Wings, that's specifically, what's going on with this pressing, specifically on Spread Your Wings. And another weird thing about this is that when I turn this over, it shows side 1 again. I actually thought this for a while that this was side 1. I couldn't tell like where it ends. And for a while I couldn't tell that. I believe this one just like, I don't know what happened here. I don't know what happened. What to cause that this one to have side 1 instead of side 2. That really confused me for a while until I actually played it to confirm which side is which. And I now know that this is side 1. And this is side 2. I don't know what happened. Can someone explain to me about this in the comments? And I don't want to have to get rid of this pressing of News of the World, as the News of the World was actually the first album I ever got. Like on actual vinyl, not like the CD. Which I actually had CDs for a little bit more before I got a record on, before I got vinyl. And I don't know how this actually has such a defect on Spread Your Wings. And if that's even a defect at all. And how it's just side 1 on both sides 1 and 2. Okay. I just don't know, people. Like, this is not the only 11 songs I have. I just got News of the World out as one of the examples. I also got Queen 1, which is this is actually the most recent version of their Queen's debut album. This one actually has side 1 and side 2 as it's supposed to be. So I don't know what happened with my version of News of the World. Did something go wrong during the pressing of that? Where they just got where they got 2 side 1s instead of 1 side 1 and 1 side 2. Can someone please explain that to me? People, can someone just explain it? Or if you just were that Hollywood Records that who actually put out news of the world depressing, and maybe you can explain that to me, and of how I got two side ones, and like just the repeating spread your wings. It's, it's just a repeating of over on spread your wings, which I don't even know how that happened in the first place. It's just ridiculous, people. Now I'm gonna have to pause the recording again because I have to put these up. So see. I don't know how that happened. And apparently this video just turned to me asking how can that happen. So I was asking about the electro thing like inside the doors here. And like just 6 on side 1, 5 on side 2. This is just turned into me just asking those questions instead of me just looking at this record. And now this is a modern pressing that just and I don't know actually when this was pressed actually. Yeah, I'll have to put this up and I can do that and check real quick, so I'll see you in a minute. So I put the record away and I'm looking at the back of the doors. And I'm not seeing like a year. This was manufactured in the EU. And I'm not finding like a year that this was pressed. It's the Doors, Elektra Records. And this is in mono, not stereo. I actually have a few other mono records, like the early Beatles. Meet the Beatles, of course. And I have some EPs I can over here, so I'll grab those. Okay. I believe this is in mono. It's that these EPs that they were I believe previously on to one of my grandmas, I believe, who had these EPs. I believe my grandma or grandpa or whoever actually had these EPs. So I believe back in the 50s, just EPs were popular in the 50s. But I don't believe EPs are popular now, though. And I actually believe that this is actually a single. I believe LP. I believe this was pressed back in I think 2009 actually. But I don't know, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody. This has just turned into me just asking so many questions about this record. Heard and the news of the world. This has just turned into me just asking questions about those. These two are actually the Jimmy Rogers the EPs. This one, there's actually two EPs. That's actually two of these. I'll just bring out the Chad Atkins one for a second. But there's this one, which has one sides 1 and 4. And this one and the other one actually has a sides 2 and 3. Yep. So, and that's the same on the other ones too. There's no differences between those. And anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you then.